truth once spoken can never be recalled. It goes on, and no one can set a limit to its ever-widening influence. But if it were possible to obliterate every word written or spoken in defense of the principles set forth in the Declaration of Independence, a war of conquest would still leave its legacy of perpetual hatred, for it was God himself who placed in every human heart the love of liberty. He never made a race of people so low in the scale of civilization or intelligence that would welcome a foreign master. Lincoln said that the safety of this nation was not in its fleets, its armies, or its forts, but in the spirit which prizes liberty as the heritage of all men in all lands everywhere. And he warned his countrymen that they could not destroy this spirit without planting the seeds of despotism at their own doors. Even now, we are beginning to see the paralyzing influence of imperialism. Heretofore, this nation has been prompt to express its sympathy with those who are fighting for civil liberty. Where our sphere of activity has been limited to the Western Hemisphere, our sympathies have not been bounded by the seas. We have felt it due to ourselves and to the world, as well as to those who are struggling for the right to govern themselves, to proclaim the interest which our people have from the date of their own independence, felt in every contest between human rights and arbitrary power. The forcible annexation of territory to be governed by arbitrary power differs as much from the acquisition of territory to be built up into states as a monarchy differs from a democracy. The Democratic Party does not oppose expansion when expansion enlarges the area of the republic and incorporates land which can be settled by American citizens, or adds to our population people who are willing to become citizens and are capable of discharging their duties as such. A poet has described the terror which overcame a soldier who in the midst of the battle discovered that he had slain his brother. It is written, "All ye are brethren." Yet let us hope for the coming day when human life, which when once destroyed cannot be restored, will be so sacred that it will never be taken except when necessary to punish a crime already committed or to prevent a crime about to be committed. The young man, upon reaching his maturity, can do what he pleases. He can disregard the teaching of his parents. He can trample upon all that he has been taught to consider sacred. He can disobey the laws of the states, the laws of society, and the laws of God. He can stamp failure upon his life and make his very existence a curse to his fellow men, and he can bring his father and mother in sorrow to the grave. But he cannot annul the sentence, "The wages of sin is death." And so with the nation. It is of age and it can do what it pleases. It can spurn the traditions of the past. It can repudiate the principles upon which the nation rests. It can employ force instead of reason. It can substitute might for right. It can conquer weaker people. It can exploit their lands, appropriate their property, and kill their people. But it cannot repeal the moral law or escape the punishment decreed for the violation of human rights. Would we tread in the paths of tyranny, nor reckon the tyrant's cost? Who taketh another's liberty, his freedom is also lost. Would we win as the strong have ever won, make ready to pay the debt? For the God who reigned over Babylon is the God who is reigning yet.